Everyone talks about techno, but nobody really shows what that actually means in practical terms. The latest range of Fassi loader cranes has been on the market since 2021, when F1050R.2-HXP Techno was first introduced, paving the way for everything that followed. So what is techno really about? Because on the surface, it's easy to reduce it to features, acronyms or spec sheets. But in reality, what defines the techno system sits quietly inside the FX990 control unit, the digital brain of how the cranes behave, supported with a digital heart, the D900 digital multifunctional distributor bank. Some of those systems are invisible to the eye. Others, on the other hand, are very real from the operator's point of view. In this video, we're breaking down 6 key features that sit at the core of the techno systems and translate what the brochures say into what actually matters in the field. And to do that, we're following one crane model across 2 environments, the Fassi F1050R.2-HXP Techno, filmed in Italy and in Germany. And now, let's have some crane talk. The first 2 features that we're going to look at is the winch and the AWC, which stands for the automatic winch control. But before we get into that, we're gonna take you through the step-by-step guide on how to arm the winch rope with the fly jib on this Fassi F1050R.2-HXP Techno crane in Germany.
Everybody knows why the winch is useful and what it does, but nobody really shows you how to mount it. So now we're gonna take you through the step-by-step guide on this Fassi F1050 here in Germany, and I'm gonna show you how to arm the winch ready for lifting with the fly jib. So the first step is to lower the crane arm low enough so you can reach the end of the rope. So now you have to detach the safety clip in order to release the rope. After clicking the winch control on the remote control, you need to feed the rope so you can release the rope. And put the safety pin back in place so you don't lose it. Next, you feed enough rope so you go step by step through every pulley along the length of the arm. First stop, on the second extension, just below it, you've got the guide to mount the rope so it stays close to the main boom. Always make sure to put the safety pins back in place. Next, you take off another safety pin so you can put the rope over the wheel. Another key point, always check for safety pins to be back in place. Another checkpoint, we feed more rope. You've got 2 wheels, you need to detach slightly the top wheel, the smaller wheel. You only need a little bit of the gap so you can feed the thickness of the rope through the gap, like so. And then put the wheel back in place. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself multiple times, safety pin back in. You feed more rope, put the rope around here, like so. Feed it in between those 2 wheels, and then place it around the other wheel in the gap, so the rope, you've got these 2 studs here, these are the rope guides, so they stop the rope from jumping if there's no load on the rope, for example when it's loose. Because we're going to keep it simple, we're gonna configure it for the single line pull, and in this scenario we only need simple block to attach the end of the rope with this pin. Before we attach it to the hook block, we need to flip the permanent pulley. You can always keep it on the fly jib, it's always out of the way. You need to remove the safety pin and flip it in its winching position, like so. This is the last, well, one before the last safety pin. In the pulley itself, there is the guide with the pin, so basically it stops the rope from jumping off the pulley wheel. You need to unscrew it. There's a plastic guide above the wheel, this one, and then we need to feed the rope over the top of it before it goes to the hook block. We need to put the guide above in its place, put the screw back in its place and lock it with a pin. Now we'll feed a little bit more rope so we can reach the hook block.
Now let's move on to the AWC. This system is responsible for managing the deployment of the winch rope synchronized with the telescopic extension of the boom. In practice, this becomes critical when working at reach, where coordination of the movement and load control is everything.
Imagine you have multiple repetitive lifts to perform. Moreover, you are restricted with the vertical bandwidth, so your distance from the top to bottom is limited. The challenge is to safely send the load through the narrow gap and then lower it. Risky controlling the load itself, then you have to use two functions in perfect sync with each other. But now it's different. Let me introduce you to the automatic winch control, which allows you to maintain the constant distance between the pulley and the hook block as you extend or retract the boom with one single lever. And now, let me show you, because we're gonna take you step by step and demonstrate what it's all about. So as you extend the boom, notice the distance between the load and the floor. All I'm doing is pushing one lever. In this instance, we're gonna send out the main boom. You can see the distance between the bottom of the load and the floor, or you can notice the top of the pulley and the hook block. It doesn't change. All with one push of the button. If I want to extend the fly jib, it does the same way. One function, and the length of the rope is being compensated as you extend the boom. You've just noticed how the length of the rope is being compensated as you extend the boom, and it works in reverse as well when you retract the boom, all with one lever. Let's have a look. You see, I don't have to use two functions. All I'm doing is all in with one lever. 100% precision with half of the effort.
What becomes clear here is that the crane can be folded away with the winch still mounted on, which means there's no need to disconnect the winch rope every time the crane is packed down for transport. And in practice, this is where the speed and efficiency starts to show, especially in those days where you have to set up the crane multiple times throughout the day. The third feature that we're going to look at is the ACF, which is the automatic crane folding. This is where the Techno system begins to show how it manages the crane beyond the manual input. Let's take a look at how that translates in the field.
We're going to talk about the ACF. So ACF stands for the automatic crane folding and unfolding. Here we've got this icon, which is the A with the circle around it with the arrow. What it means that you can pre-program the predefined position of the crane using just one lever. So you don't have to use three functions to unfold the crane. For example, in this instance, because it has a fly jib, outer boom, extensions, obviously slew, tilt on the fly jib, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 functions. So we're gonna show you how it's done using just one finger, while you don't have to think about too many things at the same time. The first thing we do, obviously the crane is in the crane mode after it's been stabilized. We press this button here. You can hear it's in the ACF mode. And then you have to press predefined function. In this case, we've got a third lever. You have to keep depressing it, and the crane will automatically find its position, which was predefined before. All I'm doing is pressing one lever. So the cycle is still going until it's find the final position of the unfolding procedure. You see, that was the concluded operation of the ACF. The crane is now in the predefined position to start the lifting operation. And now the operator can attach the chains or slings or whatever the attachment there is and continue lifting operation. The crane has been automatically unfolded. Obviously you take over to the manual controls and you do as you normally do. So you take the lifting items, attach them to the hook, you work as normal. And one thing I can say, the Techno is a pretty smooth crane, to be fair. Especially when the extensions come out from each other, you don't feel that sudden jittering. Basically you don't feel anything, and you don't hear anything. Now let's do some test lift, and it's not actually test lift. It's quite sensitive load. 4 glass panes. You have to be careful. Right, we've got the load. So now let's say you've delivered the load, it's time to offload it. We're gonna do it in a minute. And then after that, we'll show you the automatic crane folding system back from this position back to the transport position. Yes, I can definitely say that the new load distribution bank is actually working fine, because the point is, if you operate multiple functions at the same time and you release accidentally or on purpose one of the functions and carry on slewing, for example, the load doesn't give you that surprising shocking effect, which is really good. That's the point of digital load distribution of the oil. So let's say you finished with the lifting operation, you're detaching your chains, obviously you put them in the storage area, and now you're engaging the ACF with one single lever. And in this instance, to fold the crane back to its transport position, you don't use the third lever, you use the fourth lever. And this is what's going to happen.
The fourth feature is the RSC, which is the remote smart camera. This acts as an aid for the operator, allowing for the continuous monitoring of the load throughout every stage of lifting operation.
Right, the camera's pointing at the camera. This is the first request that came from a couple of clients a few years ago, and Fassi, as a first brand in loader cranes, introduced the application to mount the remote wireless camera onto the crane. There's a possibility to actually mount two cameras and view two cameras at the same time, all paired through to the V7 remote control while you're performing lifting operation. In a minute we'll discuss how it performs in action, where we try to cinch the camera on the roof. A great example for lifting in the blind spots, when the operator is not able to get on the roof to be close to the load, to position the load correctly on the landing spot. In a variety situations, for example night lifting, because this camera is also infrared, so you can see during the night operations where the load should be landing. So let's demonstrate how we can pair the camera with the remote control and how easy it is to install. I would call it even a vision PAL or a sky eye. Apart from the strong magnet, you can secure the camera on a windy day, for example, with this cord, in case you're one of the unlucky persons to have the camera blown off, which is highly unlikely anyway, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So now, once the camera is positioned, you can adjust the angle. You've got 2 points. You can do it here on the main mounting next to the magnets, or you can do it here with a couple of small Allen keys on both sides, and you can basically rotate the camera down depending on the needs. For someone who wonders how do you power the camera, so you can see the cord here, which is power leading from the camera all the way to this. You can see here is the connection to the battery pack. The battery pack is nested inside this case, secured with this pin. So if you're expecting the long day that lasts more than 10 hours, this battery will cover you for a 15-hour day. So the next step, you have to pair the camera with the remote control. So you can see the camera basically represented on this screen here. You turn on the remote control of the crane. As soon as the remote display is showing the crane's status, you press for 2 seconds index button, and you can see the icon showing the Wi-Fi connection, or yeah, it's a Wi-Fi connection being searched. And now you can see the visuals from the camera directly and in real time. And now we can start operating the crane as normal. You can see the solar panels on top of the roof, for example. And then imagine this is one of the two cameras. So you can keep that camera on the top of the fly jib. And for example, the second camera, you can put it onto the bottom of the hook block for the winch. So as the load is being lowered with the winch rope, you always have the vision of the load being lowered closely, and you can switch between two vision angles. I would say it's very helpful option to have, especially for the blind lifts. And for the situations where when it's dark, or maybe you've got the limited workforce, for example, just one guy on the roof somewhere deep, and he can't be on, on both ends at the same time, like directing you what to do. So he has to basically stay in the position, deep in the roof, for example, switching the solar panel or air conditioning unit or something like that.
Optionally, each crane comes with 2 sets of battery systems to power the remote camera. But what's interesting is that the same battery system also powers the AWC sensor, which we covered earlier. Now let's talk about the Techno stability system, or more importantly, how it differs from its predecessor. Because this isn't about the stability on paper, it's about how the crane behaves actually once it's got the load on the hook.
The main difference in the Techno stability system is, like we mentioned in the previous video with the Fassi F1050 from Netherlands, where the video you can watch somewhere up here, you can choose between the pressure system, which is the proportional deployment of the stabilizer leg, so it's no more L1, L2, L3 stages. You can basically send the leg based on each percentage. But also during the operation, you can switch to the so-called bubble mode in the simple terms, but it's in the professional terms, it's called the inclination on angle sensor. Here is the icon, which basically lets you select. It allows you to choose a different stability system based on the situation. So, for example, if you are in the tight confined space, you can short rig the stability system, stability legs. As long as you have a minimum of 25% leg deployment on the side, you can choose to opt to the inclinometer, which is the angle sensor. Where I would find it useful, for example, when you're lifting something high in the tight spaces, between the buildings, you need to be, for example, we're on non-lifting side, but if we're say on the lifting side, the legs are short rigged. You've got the load to distribute, to basically pass from the truck up to the roof, and you've got minimum stability. That's where you can choose, because in the past was the main difference between the old version. You had to choose the system before you order the crane. So when you order the crane, you had to live with it throughout its whole life. In this system, you can choose based on each situation, and that's the main difference.
And the last feature we would like to cover in this video is CCD, which is the cabin collision detection. Let's take a look at what this means in practice.
And now I'm gonna tell you about a very useful feature for, especially in those moments when you lift over the front. This truck is featured with CCD, which stands for the cabin collision detection. This system gives you a peace of mind in those particular moments when lifting over the front and you're not sure how close the boom is to the cabin. And the CCD kicks in right in those moments to prevent the cabin from crashing. As the operator, I've been in this situation when I was lifting over the front and I was multitasking, and I got to the situation where I was pretty close to the cabin, closer than I should. And now we're gonna test the system that will prevent the operator from operating too close to the cabin. Now let me show you the demonstration of this system, CCD, which is the cabin collision detection, in action. This was the crane above the cabin, and now let's replicate another situation coming from the side. For example, you are in the 2 o'clock position, you're trying to get the load inside the building, and you're turning left. And it works.
The CCD system can be calibrated during the crane's commissioning process. That means tolerances can be adjusted based on how the crane is going to be set up, or how the operator is choosing to work with the system. I hope this video brought you a little closer to the understanding of what Techno system from Fassi brings to the world of compact lifting. And by the way, keep an eye on the next video, because we're going to show you something special from the Netherlands. In the meantime, thank you for watching and see you in the next video. And remember, keep on lifting.